what's up? It's Elena. Welcome back to my channel. As you guys can see, I just got out of the shower. Today we're gonna do a little bit of a glow up get ready with me. I have a makeup client later in the day, and to be honest, I really don't have much to get ready for these days. So whenever I have work, I'm like, let me be gorgeous for it. Why not? So I'm gonna just kind of use the products that I've been using on myself every day, kind of talk through them with you, and there's some really new amazing skincare products that I really want to share with you guys that I'm like so obsessed with. And before we get into today's look, if you guys are not subscribed, don't forget to please subscribe to me and hit that notification bell so every time I post a new video, you guys will be the first ones to find out. I'm trying to be better at consistency. It's hard for me, but I'm gonna eventually get there. But just ring the notification bell. Think of it as a surprise. All right, let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing I'm using is this Nutrient Mist by True Botanicals. So lately I've been starting with this, just to spritz on my face, just to kind of prep my skin, get it ready for whatever serums and moisturizers I'm gonna be putting on top. So the next thing I'm gonna be using also is the Chebula. I think it's called Chebula. It's Chebula. I literally sat in on a Zoom meeting with Katie Jane Hughes, who's an amazing makeup artist. If you guys don't know who she is, you should definitely check her out, with True Botanical. And they talked about this product and I was just blown away by it. It is the Active Immunity Serum, and you just do 2 little drops of it, and then I just apply it all over my skin. It has a hyaluronic acid base, so it lies really, really beautiful under makeup. The makeup just like glides on top of it. It's so nice, because sometimes depending on the serum, it cannot work with my foundation, or it leaves me a little bit too shiny. This one is just perfect, and it dries down so amazing, and it has incredible benefits. It helps to protect your skin from free radicals. It helps with fine lines and wrinkles over time. It also smells like you're at a spa, which I really love. The next thing that I'm going to be using is also by True Botanicals. This is the True Radiance oil. I just used 2 drops. It has like orangey kind of tint to it. Isn't really noticeable, but it does definitely give like this tiny little hue. I warm it up in my hands first, and then I apply it just kind of in the spot where I want to be a little bit dewy. But this oil, you guys, is heavenly. And you guys can see that this oil actually absorbed right into my skin, because my skin really, really needs the hydration. But I'm 34 years old, and I definitely have some fine lines over on the sides. And when I put this on, I noticed such a big difference, especially in the smile lines, because that's really where I struggle. This just like softens them and kind of hides it. It's really, really amazing. And it doesn't leave you feeling oily. So that's my skincare prep and spiel of what I've been doing lately, and I'm really happy with it. I struggle sometimes to be consistent with my skincare, especially because I get so many products sent to me and I kind of can't keep up with them all. But this one I definitely suggest trying. It's really worth it. Also, another thing that I just got in the mail, you guys know I love Pacifica, one of my favorite brands. They're so good to me, so sweet. This is the Pacifica Flower Moon. This is their new perfume that they came out with. So I'm gonna always in the morning give myself a little spritz behind there. There's another one that they sent me also that has more like sandalwood and patchouli in it, and I'm usually always into those scents, but this like jasmine peach vanilla is beautiful. I actually sprayed it last night and I came back home and my apartment still smelled like it. That's a good sign, especially for an inexpensive perfume that's only $22. I think that's incredible, because usually, you know, you buy perfumes and you spray it and you feel like it's gone. This one is really, really nice, and it sticks and stays and just smells really yummy. Okay, so I went ahead and did my brows off camera because it just is so slow and so boring, and I don't really think anybody cares that much to watch me do my brows. Okay, so normally I start with my eyes, but I think I'm actually gonna start with my skin, because I really like the way that my skin is feeling right now, and I just kind of want to apply my foundation and concealer onto it while it still has this nice, really kind of dewy sheen to it. So let's do some foundation. So the foundation I'm obsessed with lately is the Dream Radiant Liquid Foundation. This foundation also has hyaluronic acid in it, and it has collagen, so it's gonna go really beautiful with the skincare that I already prepped on my face, because that has hyaluronic acid. And you guys know I like to be like 4 shades darker than my natural color, but my body is not as pale as my face is. So, I mean, the foundation is just gliding on. This foundation's price point is so good. I think it's probably like 15 bucks, but it is so nice and glides on so beautiful.
What I love about this foundation is its weightless feel, and it's the perfect combination between dewy and matte as far as finish goes.
So for concealer, I'm going to use my Dior Skin Correct. I've been using this in the last few videos because this is just what's in my makeup case right now, and I really love it. Also, I don't know if you guys watched my last video where I did TikTok hack, but I learned how to do my concealer like this from a TikTok star. And this is what I've been doing lately, so kudos to you.
Now I'm just gonna grab my Milk Makeup stick in the color Baked, and I'm gonna be contouring on my cheeks, on my nose, around my lips, and I'm gonna stop here, and then I'm gonna go to eyes.
For my eyeshadow base, I'm going to be using my Makeup by Mario.
After wearing this makeup all day, especially in a work environment, I actually don't really love this as a primer. I think it just moves the eyeshadow around a little bit too much. I think it would be great if I was on set and I was able to touch up all day, but as far as a long wear, I probably wouldn't suggest this.
Just to kind of update you guys on what's going on with me right now. It's currently like bridal campaign fashion season right now, so I'm very busy with a bunch of my clients, which has been really fun. So if you are a bride getting married, hit me up. Or if you're a makeup artist trying to get into bridal and you have some questions, also hit me up. But this is basically where the time of year where they start doing all of their campaigns for the next year.
Even with setting that primer with powder, it really didn't help it from moving. So if you need this for a long day, I definitely wouldn't use this primer. Now, after I've let my concealer sit for a few minutes, I'm just taking a puffy brush and blending it out. Now I'm just going to be blending out my contour with the powder brush and struggle with lighting for the next few seconds.
Yeah, this is way better. Okay, I looked like I was a glow. Need a little bit more concealer just to lighten me up a little bit. I always feel like if I have too dark of a foundation, if I pop some concealer just on my cheekbones like this, it like instantly fixes it.
So for eyes, I'm starting out with the Morphe pencil in the color Richie, and I'm just applying this all over the lid from the inner corners and making it a little bit thicker on the outer corners. So now I'm taking my Kat Von D shader brush and I'm blending this out from the inner corners all the way out, and I'm blending it into a wing-shaped liner.
I don't know if you guys watched my last video, but I'm obsessed with the Dominique Cosmetics palette. It's everything that you need in one palette. I'm so upset because I put it in my kit and the mirror broke. So I'm definitely gonna have to order a new one because I hate when things are broken.
The first thing I'm going to be doing is grabbing the color Toffee from that palette and applying this right on top of that liner so it has a really nice gradient finish. Next, I'm grabbing the color Caramel, and that's going to be my transition color.
You guys, I'm so excited. Next week, my best friend comes from California and she's going to spend the whole week with me. My husband's away, so it's just going to be like a girls' weekend. I'm so excited. I'm definitely going to be doing a video with her because she's the funniest person ever.
Now with the color Hazelnut, I'm just applying this right on top of that transition color just to give it a little bit more warmth and depth.
By the way, my dog is in that blanket. Like that's her. Snoring. French bulldogs are like the funniest dogs ever. Do any of you guys have French bulldogs and like crack up at how ridiculous and funny they are? They like have the wildest personalities. I don't know why I'm talking low, like I'm like gonna wake her up. She obviously doesn't speak English and doesn't know that I'm talking about her. All right, so I'm really adding this hazelnut, bringing it up and out.
Now I'm grabbing the color Coffee Bean, which is a really dark, rich brown, and I'm popping this right on top of that liner just so I have a nice gradient from the darkest shade at the bottom all the way to the light. Now with my Makeup by Mario pencil, I'm grabbing it in black and I'm gonna be tightlining the upper lid, and I'm just gonna focus a little bit of that black on the lid, but really only in the outer corners.
Putting black in the waterline up on top makes such a big difference, especially when you're not doing a black line on the lid. By putting it in the waterline is gonna give you that definition without overpowering the shadow and the liner. So I'm just going on the end and flicking it a little bit.
Now I'm flipping over the pencil and using the shader brush on the other end to just blend this out into a winged liner.
And what's great about this look is we've already set a base with the brown shadows and the lighter colors. So when you put the black, you don't have to worry about having the perfect wing liner because you already have all these colors that are underneath it. So it's just a lot of layers building.
Then with the tiny shader brush, I'm gonna grab the color Frothy and I'm gonna pop this all over my lid. Once again, I'm grabbing the color Coffee Bean and I'm going over on top of the liner one last time.
Okay, my lids are just about done. Now I'm just gonna clean this up and I'm gonna start with the underneath. Okay, I switched the lighting again. Something is off. Ugh, I'm so mad that I don't have my proper lighting. I'm sorry, you guys. Before I do mascara, I'm gonna go ahead and add that coffee and caramel underneath. And as you guys can see, I'm connecting it to the wing. That way there's no sign of where the wing begins or ends. It's just like this nice, really diffused, blended eye. Okay, let's do mascara. So for mascara, I'm gonna be using the NARS Climax Extreme, and I'm not gonna be shy with mascara. For my setting powder, I'm gonna be using the Natural. I'm just gonna kind of set underneath, around my nose. I don't wanna completely take away that shine that I got from the Radiance serum.
Now I'm just finishing off with my contour with my Hoola bronzer in the color Caramel, and I'm dusting this on my cheeks, on my forehead, and a little bit down my nose. And for my lipstick, I'm gonna be using the NYX Lip Lingerie in the color Lace Detail.
Message for 586.
All right, okay, I'm almost ready to go. Now let's get dressed. Okay guys, this is the glow up. I mean, you saw what I looked like this morning. Now I'm gonna head to work and seize the day and maybe enjoy a cocktail after, who knows. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, comment if you like these kinds of videos, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.